All right, welcome back, and this is our last video, our last search, and our last search on our list of our favorites is, of course, Vacant. I would say it's our last one that we really kind of go after. Again, when we work with our clients, based depending on their marketing budget, we kind of just go down the list. We create searches for all of them, and we literally just keep digging and digging in the data, changing filters. Like I said, always saving searches. Like, look here, look at all the different searches that we have within one county. And we always, even if we change one filter, I'll go ahead and save that search just so that I can then compare the numbers. At the end, when I sit here and I can then look at the numbers and seeing, okay, well, this search right here spits out this amount of people, this spits out this amount of people. That way I can go to my spreadsheet, my marketing budget spreadsheet, and be like, well, I'm able to, this is my budget for the month, which is $3,000, $4,000. It should definitely be over $3,000. I mean, like, this is my budget. I know this is how much, ringless voicemail costs, 4 cents. I put that there. I want to create my calculation, be like, all right, I want to put, $1,000 into Facebook ads this month. I want to, knowing that in my print shop, a letter costs, 84 cents for a 6x9 envelope. So based off that, my budget, I can kind of work backwards and be like, all right, well, how much data can I buy that will allow me to deploy a letter, deploy a couple ringless voicemails, and upload it into Facebook and stay within my budget. So that's the way we always save all of our searches or properties, and we do them all. We will do a foreclosure search with different filterings. We do an absentee search with a lot of different filterings, out of state, tax liens, all liens, and we always, every little filter change we do, we save it as a search, so we have it all there, and then we can kind of pick what we believe would be our top searches to go after, where we can stay within our budget. And then, we'll take note in our spreadsheet, which ones are we pulling, like what searches are we creating as a marketing list, and then pulling as data, and then what searches would I like to save for maybe 2 or 3 months down the road when I can free up some more money to then go buy some more data. Because obviously in 2 to 3 months, you're going to get a lot of do not contacts, do not mail me people, don't call me again, a lot of different stuff, and a lot of people, or just paying attention in here and seeing how, let's see, with new records recently sold, status changes of the auctions. So a lot of properties that you buy or contacts you buy in a month, 2 months, 3 months, they're no longer, they're going to be pointless to market to. So then it allows free up more budget, you can buy more data. So that's why I think it's crucial that wherever county you're in, do all the searches, do all the different type of searches you want, save the searches so that you can always go back to them for whenever you have more budget to go back and purchase. And you can also check here where it'll tell you like how many new properties hit that criteria. So what's kind of, I would say, the hottest area, because you would see how many new homes are hitting, that search or criteria. But before I keep rambling on, let's just kind of go into vacants. Vacant can go hand in hand with like your foreclosure search, your tax lien search, out of state. You can even go after negative equity. We don't go so much after negative equity. Just to kind of show you real quick, if you're the type of person to go after homeowners with negative equity, let's go there, go through, our same filtering. Let's go to make sure it's off market. Let's go to equity. Now, if you want to go after negative equity, right, you say, well, I can put a minimum and a max. What you do is in the max, you would put 0. And then from here, you can see this person has negative $84,000 in equity. This person has negative $310,000. I don't know how that's possible right there. Negative 33. So if you're the type of person that wants to go after people with negative equity, that would be the way you do it. Not one of our top searches. We don't really target people with negative equity much. But if you're a lender or someone else, you definitely, it could be a hot search for you. Go ahead and delete that. Let's go back. But to target vacant owners, just go to ownership, make sure it's individual, not corporate, and then just click vacant right there. And this will pull up all vacant properties. So right now in San Diego, there's 2,177 vacant properties. I feel like that is very too broad, especially if you're just going to go after vacant, because there's so many other searches you can put your marketing dollars towards, and I wouldn't really want to put it all towards vacant. So again, let's say years of ownership. I'm gonna put 10. Let's see where it comes out to. 974. Okay, that could be a good list. Let's put 5. 1353. Vacant loan. No, let's see if there's any free and clear. 334. This could be a good list right here. Vacant owners with 50% or free and clear. Let's go back to ownership. Let's put 3 years. They own a home 3 years. It's free and clear, and it's currently vacant. So 386 homes. This could be a very good list to save and really watch. So anyone hits that, you can call them, deploy marketing right away. Let's see here. You can even do. Let's go. Oops. Let's erase years of ownership. Let's erase free and clear. Let's just see. Let's just see how many foreclosures, people within a foreclosure that are vacant homes. Well, only 10. So maybe that might, with that right away, those are people you would just go and door knock real quick, or not so much door knock because they're not, it's vacant. But when you append the info, you can, let me show you. Sorry, I'm rambling, guys. So when you save, into a marketing list, it will give you the address, not only the subject property address, but it does give you the address of where the homeowner lives. So then you can go and door knock that way, cold call that way. But this would be a good list to hit heavily right off the bat. But let's see, let's go. Out of foreclosure, you can do, let's say, out of state liens, which I showed you before, even property vacant liens, vacant homes with liens on them. 106. Again, this would be another good list. I think you would deploy a mailer right away and then do some cold calling through the Mojo dialer. But as you can see, there's many different filterings you can use for vacant. But with vacant homes, I would try to get as granular as possible, but then save them and have multiple searches. You would have your high urgency list and then your non-urgent list. Your non-urgent list can be, I'll send a cheap 30-cent postcard once a month to a good batch, maybe 1,000 people or so. Your high urgency list are the ones I just showed you, where they're even foreclosure, liens, small batch, under 300 homes, maybe even 10 homes, which you just saw. And those can be properties that you can go door knock, you would cold call yourself, don't do ringless voicemail, and then do a couple letters. I do actually do 2 letters a month for if they're in foreclosure or with liens, and a small number between like maybe 10 to 100 people, 100 properties that match that. But with this, let's go 50% equity, ownership info, say they own the home for 7 years, 766. I think this would be a very good list to save and target and deploy marketing. Again, this would be a list for maybe, who knows, it could be quick or it can be long. You don't know if this would be, a sprint or a marathon, but I would take the marathon approach and definitely deploy some marketing to there. So those are some good filters you can take for vacant home properties. But again, I would really target tax liens, go with kind of maybe mix it with out of state and vacant. Those are 2 that you can mix together and create multiple lists from that. But again, best practices is every time if you find a good list and it's very broad, you save it as a search, save it as a marketing list, and then every time you create a new filter and you get more granular, just keep saving it as a search, so you end up with a bunch of searches, saved searches. And you can really compare the numbers from there and then take those numbers up, and then play around with your marketing budget spreadsheet to really figure out, what's going to be, cost effective for you, where you feel confident targeting, and where you feel most comfortable targeting as well. And especially with certain lists, foreclosures, your list can go off very quickly and you have to keep buying more data every month. Some searches like vacant or out of state or absentee, there's not going to be much updates every single month. So those would be definitely your long-term marathon types of targets. So hopefully this was insightful. Hopefully you learned a lot, especially getting comfortable with Propstream. One thing we've learned is a lot of people, they get Propstream. Yeah, they watch their webinar, they watch some of their tutorials, and they start playing around with it, but they don't really know how to utilize it to its full potential. It's more than just data, but it's also using all their different tools, getting to know the market, and also paying attention to every single type of niche of homeowners that you can target, and really paying attention to the numbers and seeing where things are shifting, and also seeing things are shifting and running your comps, your analysis within this, especially using our iPad system can go hand in hand. Being able to do your comps within Propstream at home, on your desktop, and then switch over to the iPad system to have all your information within that while you're out in the field. So hopefully this is helpful. Play around, especially with the filtering. Save your searches, and when you save your searches, put every filter within the details. So when you go back, you're not scratching your head like, well, what were the filters that I put to get this number? You can just look at the details and see like what exactly you put in the filtering to get to that result. So keep practicing. Propstream is a phenomenal tool to allow you to really crush it in the field.